you learn a lot, so we can have a Q&A later, okay? Now let's move to the next presentation. It's from Philippines. We have two presenters. Just one, okay. Mrs. Ana Maria FRESNIDO from De La Salle University, and Joseph Yap is from De La Salle University. Okay, please.
So good morning, everyone. So in behalf of my co-author, she can't come today. I'm really happy that this podium fits my size and height. So I hope it is safe to say that as one of the youngest speakers for this conference, I hope not to commit any errors, and if there's any, I hope you could forgive me. So I'll start. We hope to present a clear view of status of academic library consortia in the Philippines. So we have presented 9 of them. Some history of the academic library consortia in the Philippines. In the 1970s, emergence of academic library consortium in the Philippines. So the first one was in 1973, the Academic Libraries Book Acquisition Services Association, or called BOSSA. In 1974, we have the Interinstitutional Consortium, or IIC, now called South Manila Interinstitutional Consortium. And in 1975, we had the Menjola Consortium. So it's one of the first three consortiums established in the Philippines. Some highlights. We had the Department of Science and Technology Engineering Science Education Project, or Library Network, or the first computerized library network in the Philippines. So it was instrumental in paving the way to the automation of its member countries. It has 8 academic libraries that started in 1994. They need to share information resources to support the manpower development program of the government in the area of science and technology. Also, we had the largest and the biggest and widest national academic and research library consortia in the country with more than 150 members. It's called the Powernet, or the Philippine Association of Academic and Research Librarians Network. So it's one of the leading library associations in the country under the Philippine Librarians Association. So the first library consortia is BOSSA. So its mission is to engage in a joint coordinated program of library book purchasing, both locally and abroad. So this consortia established in the Visayas and Mindanao region of the country. We have 3 regions, the Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. So it is a clearinghouse for various cooperative activities among its member libraries, and they conduct workshops and seminars for professional growth of librarians. Then we have the American Studies Resource Center. So I believe each country had their own American corner. So in the Philippines, it was established in 1984, maintained by the Thomas Jefferson Information Center, and its core mission is to promote mutual understanding between the people of the host country and the United States. So the first 4 ASRCs in the Philippines, the first one was established in 1984 and followed until today. To date, there are 14 American corners, which is based in the higher learning institutions spread out in the country's major islands. So the next consortia is the Aurora Boulevard Consortium. So this is more of a geographic consortium. It was formed in 1997. It is a bit of informal because as of now they need to register for the Securities and Exchange Commission to be made legal by the government. So it consists of libraries located along this area called Aurora Boulevard. We also have another one called the Davao Colleges and University Network, located geographically in the southern part of the country. It was officially established in 2004, and its objectives are to assist its committees in its academic, research, and extension agenda. They also map out a workable arrangement that would facilitate networking among its member institutions. Also, we have the IUC. So I am a bit involved in this IUC. We put brackets in 1987. It is unknown that the date of the establishment of this consortia. So it was established exclusively to serve the business administration faculty and the graduate and postgraduate students enrolled in the said program. So there are 4 member schools, and the consortium was formed mainly to promote and advance human knowledge through education, research, and professional training. We have another one called the Intramuros Library Consortium, a consortium that is geographically located in the walled city of Intramuros. It was formed in 2001. So the Intramuros Library Consortium aims to maximize the use of varied resources of each of the member libraries. So each of the consortium members of this library consortia have their own specialization. So they have its core collection to avoid duplication of services and resources. So each member libraries have therefore identified collection areas to build and strengthen, thereby filling in the gaps and weaknesses of each other's resources. Another one, we have the Menjola Consortium, formed in August 1975. So among of its objectives are to maximize utilization of resources by sharing and formulating, adopting mutually acceptable policies, plans, and programs. So it promotes and maintains faculty and personnel development. So the Menjola Consortium consists of 4 university libraries in the Menjola area. We also have the Ortigas Center Library Consortium, incorporated in September 1998. So these consortiums that I am mentioning, there are other consortiums that we have not included, basically because they have not responded to the survey. So the OCLC, located at the heart of Ortigas Center, among their activities is to build and maintain a union catalog for member libraries, to create a union list of serials, to have a cooperative periodical indexing, to conduct professional development activities and outreach programs. Also, we are also involved in this because La Salle is a member. So the SMIIC, established in 1974, is an agreement between institutions including cross-enrollment of students and maximization of resources through joint offerings, the structuring of curricula, exchanging of vital information for academic excellence, and sharing of facilities. So the aim of this paper that I'm going to present is to find out experiences and status of selected academic library consortia in the Philippines. So these are our research questions. What were the objectives of these different academic library consortia? So we map out their objectives, and then based on their objectives, do their activities equate to the objectives that they have presented? And what were the benefits derived from joining an academic library consortium? What were the common challenges being faced by different academic library consortia in the country? And what were the factors contributing to the success or failure of different academic library consortia? So these 9 consortia, we identified contact details of members or representatives. So a total of 23 of them based on the PARL directory of members. So we had prepared a survey instrument which is online and print, focusing on the objectives of forming a consortium and its activities and how they relate to the objectives. So we also find out the benefits, issues, and the success and failure factors. So data collection. So the number of accomplished questionnaires that were retrieved summed up to only 56.52%, or 13 out of 23. So these were the respondents. So for ABC, we had 1. For American Corner, we had 1. For Albasa, we had 2. For DACUN, we had 2. For ILC, we had 1. For IUC, we had 1. For MC, we had 2. For OCLC, we had 1. For SMIIC, we had 2. So a total of 13. For those consortia that has an answer of 2, we get the highest possible rating they provided. So we integrated the answers of both representatives who answered the questionnaire. So among the 13 objectives we had mapped out or laid out, 88.89% answered that promotion of professional development is among their common objective. And 7 out of 9 answered that collective promotion, marketing, and publicizing of library services were among their objectives. And the others, they had identified that they conduct interlibrary lending, shared cataloging, cooperative cataloging, and building of online union catalogs or virtual catalogs. Others answered that sharing of expertise on library automation, networking, digitization, managing digital information assets were one of their objectives. And the least common objectives is that one out of 9 only answered that they conduct sharing of storage facilities. 2 out of 9, digitization of valuable and rare collection, and 3 out of 9, collective lobbying on national and international issues like pricing, copyright, etc. 12. 12 is a number of objectives that the Menjola Consortium and the South Manila Interinstitutional Consortium support. So among the 13 objectives, they had checked all 12 of them. One is a number of objectives the Inter-University Consortium support, because there's only one objective that the IUC had answered. So for the activities, if there are 13 objectives and there are also 13 activities, so 7 out of 9 answered that promotion of professional development were among their activities. And 6 out of 9 of the consortia answered that interlibrary lending were one of their activities. So what are the other activities? Cooperative collection development, shared cataloging, cooperative cataloging, and building of online union catalogs or virtual catalogs, sharing of expertise on library automation, networking, digitization, managing digital information assets, collective promotion, marketing, and publicizing of library materials. So for consistency, only 2 out of 9, the Aurora Boulevard Consortium and the Inter-University Consortium, are consistent with their objectives and activities. How? For example, for the American Corner, they have an activity called collective lobbying on national and international issues, but it is not reflected in their objectives. As for the objective on promotion of professional development, they have an objective of this, but they do not have an activity on promotion of professional development. So what are the success rates? So 5 is the highest, 5, 4, 3. So 5 answered that yes, they are successful. 4 of the consortia answered. For the success rate of 4, 3 answered, and for the success rate of 3, only 2 answered. So what are the issues encountered? So Philippine libraries that come together for cooperation differ in many aspects. So because there is a varying level of technological development, confirmed to be the most prevalent as ascertained by 7 out of 9 consortial academic library consortia in the country. And also, as for other speakers have mentioned, there's also lack of funding. No? If the Western countries have more budget than Asian countries, but for us, it's a major problem that lack of funding proved to be a familiar problem as determined by 6 out of 9. So what are the other issues? Diverse needs, having been ascertained by 55.56% or 5 out of 9. Conflicting priorities, commitment of members, because for some, they do not actively participate or contribute to any activity of the network or the consortia. And then there's geographic vicinity. Although there are a lot of consortia identified, even if the consortia only has 4 member institutions, they had a hard time meeting together. And what are the benefits? The expanded use of services and resources. Shared staff skills and expertise proved because for the professional development, and reduced costs of e-resources, because if they want to acquire e-resources in a consortial way. So what are the success factor? Committed members and strong support from administration. Although some said that their members are not committed, but most of them answered that these are the basic ingredients to the success of an academic library consortium. So other success factors, strong leadership, of course, congruent priorities, trust among members, similar needs, availability of funds, geographic vicinity, and same level of technological development. What are the failure factors? Lack of funding, uncommitted members, weak leadership, conflicting priorities, conflict among members, diverse needs, geographic vicinity, unsupportive administration, and varying level of technological development. So, because this is a very short presentation, we conclude that although academic library consortia in the Philippines has only been in existence for 3 decades, the role they play in the development of academic libraries has proven to be crucial, particularly in the promotion of professional development and resource sharing. The varying level of technological development among consortium member libraries confirmed to be a major challenge being faced by them today. For example, the implementation of the resource description and access, since some of them are not yet ready for this. Even some of them are not yet mark ready. It is evident that there is a lack of congruence between the consortia's objectives and undertakings, because with the yin and yang, the objectives are not congruent with some of the activities. Vice versa, activities are not congruent with their objectives. So they should complement each other to attain their full mission. To enable them to seriously fulfill their missions, they should remain focused and exert conscious effort in accomplishing their goals. So if there are any questions, please just ask later. So thank you.
Thank you, Joseph. Yeah. Sorry, we don't have enough time. Now we can wait for the Q&A. Now.